Hello,
right.
hello.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today for our Monday training, right? Live training. Today we have a fun topic because it's also a new product of ours. So very exciting stuff. So are we good?
Yeah, we're good.
Awesome. So really, okay, what if we told you that we have an ancient secret from the rocks of the Himalayas, right? And that the secret can literally recharge your cells, leaving you revitalized and strong. It's a big deal.
5 millennia's worth, yeah.
Right. I mean, and again, even though this might be coming new into the public eye, this is not new. Not new, right?
Not new at all.
Right. So very exciting stuff. And we're really excited that we have brought this to Live Good. So today we're going to discuss, the topic is the benefits of Shilajit. So we're going to discuss what is Shilajit, which is in our product, the benefits of Shilajit, which there's many. So we'll just kind of dive into that one. That one will take us a little longer. Our product, Live Good's Himalayan Shilajit and organic Seamoss. And then because there's also organic Seamoss, we'll finish with discussing the benefits of organic Seamoss. Right?
Yes, awesome.
And, okay, so questions. I know there's been a few that I've been getting via email about the new product because we did launch it. When did we launch it? Friday?
Yeah.
We launched it Friday. Oh, I feel like it was longer ago. It was a long weekend. Yes, so we launched this on Friday, so we'll discuss, all about it. But the questions have been a little bit about hormone stuff, so we will touch on it all. But if you have questions, make sure that you're typing them into the comment section because we will hit up questions at the end. And as always, we love your comments. Please subscribe to our channel. You've got to subscribe because not only does that help us out, but it also helps us bring the content to you. You guys don't miss anything. And the more we can get it out there, the more we can share, the more we can help people change their lives, through health and wellness, right?
Totally. I completely agree.
Okay. So now Ryan, our lovely formulator, Dr. Ryan, he is going to lead this one the most because he's just been heavy on the research with Shilajit and Seamoss. So lots of information, and he's got lots of studies to kind of point out and discuss because we just want you basically to get the gist of what it is, what it can do, how to take it, why we should all be taking it, whatnot. So what does it stand for?
Oh, the Sanskrit. Let's talk Sanskrit, right? Yeah, the conqueror of mountains and destroyer of weakness. Gosh, oh my God. Can you believe something to be that awesome?
Pretty cool.
Yeah, it is cool. I mean, you're talking about Tibetan. Is that how you say it? I'm sorry, guys, if I butcher that. Ayurvedic medicine, talking about 5 millennia, so 5,000 plus years, Shilajit has been used as a remedy and had picked up that Sanskrit meaning, which is kind of cool. So yeah, we're here to talk about some stuff that it's like Ben even said last week, this is one product you could build an entire company around. And he wished it was here to him available 15 years ago. And I jokingly said, well, it's been around for 5,000 plus years. Sure. It's actually been around forever if you think about its origin and how it's made. So, but I want to talk about that today. I think that's a fun part of this conversation is to understand exactly where it comes from, how it's harvested, and some things to look out for.
Okay, so let's talk about that because we're talking about what is it. So you just did the Sanskrit, but it's a waxy, sticky, tar-like substance found in the Himalayas.
Within a certain high altitude range in Asia, really, and this is specific to the Himalayas. But there's certain other countries, obviously, that will border that and come up and have the same access to the substance. You're talking about it's a biomass stimulant, and you've got this is cool, but it grows in the crevices of these mountain rocks. It gets compressed. It's multiple plant species in one. It kind of all just gets mixed together. It gets compressed. It gets fermented. It gets exposed to seriously harsh elements, high heat, very extreme colds. It gets exposed to lots of ultraviolet radiation. It gets so these environmental extremes. So the plant matter, as it ferments, it becomes rather resilient. It releases bioremediators for itself to protect itself, and all these incredible compounds. This is a nutrient-dense substance, and it contains a lot of different things. It has,
specifically the 2 unique molecules.
Oh gosh, humic and fulvic,
fulvic acid,
which are very unique to Shilajit, right? They're not really found in that combination anywhere else in the world. It's very unique. And fatty acids, amino acids, vitamins, minerals, tons of minerals.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we were
Yeah.
actually looking at, I mean, about 84 different minerals just in Shilajit alone.
Mhm.
So, you take this little substance, it is just so powerful, has so many powerful things in it that benefit our health. And I mean, like you said, Ben said, he wished he was taking it, so many years ago. And as do I.
Yeah.
I mean, but this is actually, our first time finally being able to take it, trusting the source. Obviously,
Correct.
we found it, we sourced it. And let's just talk about why the sourcing of this, specifically this, of Shilajit is so important.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, because look, a lot of there's a lot of products out there that are paste, right? I mean, what you ultimately want is an extract. You want something that is filtered, that is basically clean, but preserves all of the unique constituents, right? All of the things we just kind of talked about. So you want to do that because the natural biomass, I mean, the natural element of it's contaminated. It has a lot of natural organics, things like heavy metals,
right?
Things like bacteria, like salmonella.
Right.
So,
I mean, again, these are natural things from the earth. So when anything that's coming from the earth naturally is going to have these elements.
Yeah.
So the sourcing of it is very important to make sure you don't have high levels of those elements, where obviously we don't want those parts.
Yeah, exactly. But the benefits are profound, and there's a lot of things that it's got a significant amount of studies behind it. There's definitely a lot of research. I would say there's more research on the Shilajit than there is actually on the Seamoss. But there's so many benefits in both. The concept really, Lisa, was just to kind of attack it from a mineral perspective, trace elements. That was the idea, really, is to get Shilajit as well as the Seamoss combined. You would get over 100, probably combined, over 100 minerals, vitamins, and a lot of nutrient density. And so many things the body needs, right? And we talk about essential all the time. What does it, what does that mean? So
we need to get it from our diet.
Correct. Right. Need to get it from our diet or supplements. So, and most people aren't getting it. And these trace elements, and let's just talk about what trace is real quick. Trace just means it's in very small amounts within the body. The body only needs small amounts of it. And so that's all it means, right? But they're still essential. A lot of them are essential, which means you have to get them from a supplement.
Yeah, right. Just because we need a small amount doesn't mean we don't need it because it's a small amount.
Right.
We need our trace minerals.
And needing those small amounts also means that they probably play a pretty critical function in growth and development as well. So you'll see a lot of the body's systems rely on these elements. And when there's a deficiency, there are major downstream issues. And so, I mean, no different than our other essential vitamins and minerals, really. Right.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, in a sense, like you've heard the term like superfood. So when you think of like a superfood, there's no real like definition, but what a superfood is something that is extremely nutrient dense. And, so this can be considered like a superfood, right?
Sure.
Okay. So let's just, because there's a lot, let's just talk about like the benefits of just Shilajit alone. So, I mean, I know you have the studies on there, but obviously we just talked about the abundance of trace minerals, detoxification properties, hormone balancing, especially like thyroid health.
Thyroid health
is a big one.
We have the iodine that's in the Seamoss, and we'll talk about that.
Right. Yep. Mitochondrial and ATP production. You hear us talk about mitochondrial health all the time. Just part of it. I was just reading a study this morning how it slows Alzheimer's. I mean, that's a big one. It can slow the progression, anti-inflammatory benefits, antiviral benefits, anti-cancer benefits, gut health benefits. I mean, when you look this up from, Shilajit from a valid source, I mean, you will just find so many different research articles on it. And I know you have one that you had just found.
Yeah, sure.
And it had so many. Were you going to pull it up or you just have them in your head? I mean, there was just so many.
I think there's so many. I think it's actually probably very helpful for everybody. And I did show this a little bit on the call last Friday, but let's run down a few of them, right? Because there's so many things here. You guys are probably wondering, like, why would I take this? What would I take it for? I mean, obviously we just talked about all the mineral effects, but guys, this is like kind of, these are all referenced, right? So these are all referenced by peer-reviewed literature studies. Anti-cancer effects. Shilajit is of interest for cancer. In vitro, Shilajit has cytotoxic effects against breast and lung cancer cell lines. So they looked at osteosarcoma, so it was a bone cancer model, and Shilajit potentiates the prevention of metastasis-induced liver and kidney damage. So this is by chemotherapy though. So either way,
Right.
antioxidant effects, which is something I thought you would want to talk about, because
Sure,
how
super
important we've
high.
talked about antioxidants are. You probably know vitamin C and zinc and some different things like that, but the antioxidant effects are supposedly a big benefit of the Shilajit. Anti-ulcer, I'm just going to run down a bunch. Cardioprotective talks about the repair of myocardial injury. So if you have like a TIA or I forget what the small transient. Dermatologic effects, beneficial for skin and anti-aging, fatigue. And guys, this is all coming out of the Natural Medicines database. This is a actual monograph on Shilajit. Fertility. So this is a big one, right? Because we did talk about this, but it's as an aphrodisiac, but can boost fertility. So the studies have shown an increase in testosterone and follicle stimulating hormone in males. It did not affect the luteinizing hormone for you guys that really know what all that means, but it really reduced the oxidative stress in semen analysis. So it was highly concentrated in semen. So for male fertility was a big deal. And then also in female, it induced ovulation. So it had a beneficial effect on the female.
Which is huge because so many, like our fertility has gone to
very low levels, lowest levels ever.
Yeah, it's really sad. And it's just because of really our toxic, unhealthy environment. So anything that can naturally help our fertility so we don't have to constantly be dealing with this, I mean, IVF is a wonderful thing and it's necessary for many people to actually like make a life and it's wonderful. But again, it's not always necessary if we can take care of ourselves other ways.
We talk about like the liver all the time and people always ask for a liver support product. And, liver does a lot on its own, regenerates its own tissue, it detoxifies. But, for non-alcoholic fatty liver disease has become a big problem. Even like I was saying this on Friday, there's a pediatric specialist now that just do basically fatty livers. I mean, it's crazy. But anyway, it can actually help with that as well. It works on some moderately improve the HDL. Immune effects, we did talk about quite a bit on Friday about immune, the T cell proliferation and some different parts of the immune system. Metabolic effects, again, talking about the non-alcoholic fatty liver, but talking about pre-diabetes, insulin resistance type things, including type 2 diabetes, so it can help with that as well. Metabolic, we just had muscular effects. We talked about how it's an adaptogen. It can increase muscle strength and athletic performance. I mean, the list just keeps going. It's just crazy. Neuroprotective, so adaptogenic and can help with your stress response. Shown benefits in alcohol withdrawal symptoms. I mean, it's
powerful. This is seriously powerful stuff.
It really is. Skeletal muscle effects, so it is increasing bone density. And just think about that for a second, though. When you have bone density test, it's a bone mineral density test, BMD. That's what it is.
Right.
They're doing an X-ray, right, of your bone and looking at your mineral density. And what do we just say this supplement is rich in?
Minerals.
Right. There's just so much benefit there. And of course, the body will always do what it has to do to maintain sort of a homeostasis. And that's why I always encourage people to consider supplementing with supplements like a basic multivitamin, vitamin D, magnesium, Shilajit, now the gut support, the different things, because cover your bases.
Right.
Cover your bases.
Sure. And I know, I mean, this has been going on for probably a year. I've been getting emails asking, do you guys have a fulvic humic acid supplement? You're planning to, blah. So I feel like a lot of you know of the benefits of fulvic humic acid. Maybe you've never heard of Shilajit itself, but there you go. I mean, it's a source, it's rich in the fulvic and humic acid. So happy to finally bring this.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Okay. So let's talk about this.
Let's do it.
Okay. So this is our Live Good Himalayan Shilajit and organic Seamoss. Very, very, very proud to bring this. And we'll touch on what benefits of Seamoss, but you have it. So it's an extract tested 50% fulvic acid. That's what you want to look for. What do you
this guy looks like Dr. Ryan looks like Clark Kent. My glasses. Oh yeah. All right. Love it.
So this product, guys, for members it's only $14.95. For non-members, $19.95. I mean, this is pretty out of control because I do know of a very popular company that just recently launched their Shilajit gummy, and I think it was upwards close to $80 for a 30-day supply.
It shouldn't be that cheap, and we have no margin in this. I'm just telling you straight up.
Again, our goal is to get this around. I mean, we want everybody to be on this stuff. The more that we can spread this stuff, the more the world can become healthier. And really, that's the underlying mission, because it's very, very sad. We hate what's going on. And we want to make a difference, and you can't make a difference if you're charging $80 for a product, because that's just one product and it's just not sustainable.
And the membership's what helps. And we encourage you guys to get on the membership, of course. There's value to you and there's value to us.
Right. Taking a lot about taking it.
Yes.
Empty stomach is best, correct?
Yeah, start with an empty stomach. If you don't tolerate it well, take it with food. That's simple.
Right. 2
capsules a day. You can split them up. Even consider splitting them. Do one in the morning, one in the evening.
And it can be taken with other supplements too, like say a probiotic that we say take in the morning. So they can be combined.
Yep.
While we're talking about it too, I have had some questions about people that are on thyroid medications.
Yes.
And asking if they can still take it, because we do, as we've talked about, and we'll talk about a little more with the Seamoss, that there's thyroid health benefits of this. It's due to the rich iodine. And many people with hypothyroidism are low in iodine, deficient in iodine. So just make sure your practitioner knows, because if you start to take things naturally that can benefit your thyroid, maybe the medication you're on, maybe just needs to change the dose. Things, and anytime you're taking, a hormone, you should be constantly rechecking your levels to make sure your dose is right. So make sure they know, because maybe your doctors can say, wonderful, I love it. Let's take it for 3 solid months and then recheck your thyroid levels and see where you're at. So definitely you can, and it'll help you. What else about the product?
Well, I was going to go into, it's like Shilajit's the main star, but the Seamoss shouldn't be dismissed as nothing. I mean, you're talking about a product that has 92 vitamins or minerals to it as well, right?
92 minerals.
Yeah, so you're very nutrient dense as well. Great for many things. And like Ivan just asked for detox, Shilajit and Seamoss are great detox. They improve the detoxification pathways. You just talked about hormonal support. There's so much on the energy and the skin health and the metabolic systems, that these nutrients and vitamins and minerals play a role in. So
and help with libido.
Libido, of course.
A lot to do with the hormone.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. And so there's so much benefit there.
Someone was asking, I saw way up that, typically you find Seamoss in almost like the tar-like form. But we have
Seamoss?
ours. Not Seamoss. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Shilajit. Yeah, the resin.
And we have chose to make it into it's not a tablet. It's a capsule. There's powder inside.
Yeah, right.
Any benefits? Different. I know taking it. This is a very easy way of taking it, which is always.
Well, that's what I said earlier, though. This is the only way you want to consume Shilajit. You do not want to consume the resin. The resin is not standardized. The extract is. You know exactly what percent fulvic acid. We went with the highest possible amount, fulvic acid, 50% standardized. There's no better form. The resin would be contaminated. The resin is unpredictable amounts. It's a lot of inconsistency, and honestly, it wouldn't have a lot of good tolerance. I mean, people would drop out pretty quick, considering they have to scoop some resin and put it into a drink. It's just messy.
Yeah, and you can find this information too pretty quick online when you search, because there's warnings with Shilajit.
Oh, is there?
Yeah, there was one make sure you're taking it from a reliable source. Make sure you're taking one that's sourced properly. Make sure
of course
you don't, otherwise you'd be taking the heavy metals and whatnot that you don't want, right? Because it comes naturally from the earth.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Okay, so we kind of in a little bit of a nutshell talked about this and talked about the Seamoss. But also, Seamoss is also high in fiber.
Oh.
So great for the gut health.
Really good for gut health.
So it's a really nice combination too with our gut health supplement.
Yeah, it's actually a great prebiotic. And it really contributes to the formation of butyric acid, which people know about gut health or want that butyric acid. So butyrate is important.
Break things down. There was something else I was reading, how it's I don't remember which one it was. I know I have it in my notes over here. It's very alkaline. So we always want to make sure we're keeping a nice alkaline body, right? So it's a very alkaline, which one was it?
I'm sorry. It's funny, guys.
There we go.
The way
Seamoss. Seamoss. The property of Seamoss can help to get rid of the acidity in the body, which may give rise to conditions like inflammation. So back to circle around, helps with inflammation.
It's wild, though. I get so distracted by your guys' comments. It's so funny. I appreciate everything. I should just keep posting them up here. Tons and tons of good comments coming in, though. And look, all right, so we want to talk about administration. You want to talk about the best way to get the most out of it. We kind of just did. Talked about the testing, the importance of transparency. If you are like, always make sure the brand does post your testing, so you have certificate analysis with your heavy metal testing.
Oh, and locations. So
contaminants.
you said Shilajit's from the Himalayas in Asia,
Yeah.
and Seamoss you said was
From Canada.
from Canada.
Yeah,
Organic
the
Seamoss
organic
from Canada.
Seamoss is from Canada.
And we do have the certificate of analysis on the website, so please check that out. But always, again, if you're ever taking a Shilajit, like find that certificate analysis, make sure it's tested to make sure there are not those heavy metals in there.
Yeah, exactly. And then look, you want to try this, give it a couple weeks. And if you need to take it with food, take it with food. If you want to split the dose, split the dose. You actually have quite a bit of flexibility. I'd be careful with taking it around magnesium. I always kind of say separate from your magnesium. Otherwise, just experiment and see what works best for you. But like I said, you want to give it a couple of weeks of trial period just to
right, but I don't think you'll have any.
Yeah, I didn't see or hear anything, any real side effects. As far as contraindications when medications go, I would have to see a specific list of meds, but there's not a whole lot there to be concerning, guys. The thyroid is the main one that jumps out at me. It's whole food based. This is no different than us trying to tell you to eat the foods that contain these vitamins and minerals. So, yeah. And
always, like, the goal is to get, our vitamins and minerals as naturally as we can. And even though this is in a container, and this is natural. This is natural stuff. So, we should all be taking it. Again, if you're a member, if you're not a member, you should be, because it only makes sense. But $14.95, like, there's no reason to not add this into your routine. Now, this does not replace anything. This is unique. This is unique on its own. So many health benefits.
Guys, we did it. I think that was a pretty good overview of these two. This is
there was not much more to elaborate. This is it in a nutshell. And there's no
And if you guys want any access to the studies, I pay for access to some of these clinical research databases. So if you guys want anything, you can feel free to email me and I'll respond back to you.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, I think that's all. I've kind of going through. There's not really questions we didn't cover.
Right. Oh, you did say something on Friday, and maybe we could just say it here. So we do have the organic Seamoss, but why not organic Shilajit?
Good question. I wish this was USDA certified organic. It should be organic, meaning I would do it organic if there was a company that was certified organic that sources the Shilajit. There's just not.
Right. So therefore we can't certify the whole
sometimes when you're early adopter, kind of early to market. My guess is that some company will come along and get a certification. Then
we could always just switch.
But don't bat an eye at it. Honestly, it's tested to the same extent. It would pass with flying colors. There's no doubt in my mind. So I'm super happy with it.
Yeah. Good stuff. So make sure you get your Shilajit with organic Seamoss today. Check out our amazing products on there. Each one very unique on its own. Make sure you're subscribing to our channel. We do these calls, these lives every Monday at noon. Just typically bringing a different topic to the table. But of course, if we've just launched a product, we're going to bring that topic up as well. There may even be one next Monday.
Yeah.
Another new one.
Exactly.
Yeah. It was like, we start to work on all these products and sometimes they just all line up, boom, 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 launching very close together. So I think we might have another one next week. So we don't exactly know what we're talking about because we have to make sure it's here. We're ready for it. If it is, we'll be coming next Monday with it live to you guys. So again, make sure you subscribe and thank you for all your comments. Thank you for all your support. We love you guys and we're happy to always have you joining us.
For sure. All right, guys. Thanks a lot. Have a great week. Talk to y'all later.
Take care.
Bye.